So we're running the barn cleaner. As you can probably tell, we got a little bit of organic matter that's going to be going out to the pasture. So Travis has been raising a few bottle calves. Not too many, but enough where we gotta start running the barn cleaner out some more. We did put a bale in the end of the barn, and that's what we've been using for bedding for them. And that's most of what we're running out. I'm gonna run this out to the Klein pasture, which is out at my place, and I'm gonna spread it out there. I'm gonna try to spread it pretty light because the cows have a lot of the grass eaten down, and I don't know, you don't want to spread it too light because then it might kill the grass, or you don't want to spread it too heavy or it could kill the grass, and that's why I want to spread it light. So once we've either filled up the manure spreader or emptied the barn out, I'm going to be taking this load out and I'm going to spread it. Yeah, the manure spreader's been needing to get cleaned out for a while now. But I'm going to take it out, empty it out, bring it back, park it, forget about it. Now, if I get lucky, I can open the gate, unload this, and then pull back out without having to get back out and close the gate when I go in. But knowing these cows, I'm probably not going to be able to do that because they like to stay as close to the road as bovinely possible. I may have lucked out and found a 10-minute window and they're not right here. Now, you may notice that out here in the Klein pasture, the grass is pretty well eaten down. Now, a couple videos back in my cutting pasture with the rhino mower video, people were asking me why I didn't just bale up the grass and then feed it out to the cows that way, or you know, why it seems like a waste to everyone that I was cutting the grass. Well, here's the thing, this pasture I would consider pretty well eaten down. There's not much feed really left on it that the cows can get at, and the reason being is because out in this pasture there's my cattle and there's Dad's cattle, and pasture is split up into two parts, the Klein pasture and the big pasture. Right now Dad's cattle are in here, which is the Klein pasture, and he has more cattle than I do. My cattle are out in the big pasture, and lo and behold, it is bigger, and I also don't have quite as many cattle. So as you can probably tell, the cattle have been kept this eaten down pretty well. There's really not a whole lot of tall grass out here, and it seems like they're kind of rummaging for whatever they can get at, and that's true. So now this here was cut when we cut out the big pasture over there. Travis came through here with the mower and he cut it off. Cattle really don't like to eat grass that has headed out, which means that the grass is pretty well terminated as far as the shoots. It's not really in much of a growing stage such as this is anymore. If you see these yellow pieces of grass, those were ones that headed out. They died because they finished the end of their life cycle. There really isn't much feed value in grasses that have done that. So therefore, cattle really prefer to eat fresh green grass like what you see here. If you come over here to where it wasn't cut and where all that headed grass was, look at this. There's a lot, what looks to be a lot of grass right here, but the cows aren't eating it. This pasture is running low on feed, and yet they're completely ignoring places like this because they really don't like to eat the grass that has headed out because there isn't quite as much feed value in it. They really don't like to eat it. So reason being why, if let's say out in the big pasture my cattle aren't keeping it eaten down, a good reason why we would go through and cut it would be so that we could lay it out. If we want to make it, great, or if we want to just let it deteriorate, then that's great too. But if we're about to let Dad's cattle out into the big pasture for more feed, then by cutting it off, we're ensuring that there is still new growth that the cattle will still eat. And that is a big reason why it's perfectly fine to me that we go through and cut the grass off, because out in the big pasture where I've been cutting with the rhino mower, the grass isn't really as important. It's headed out. There really isn't quite as much nutrient value, and it's just really not feed quality, I would consider. Yes, you could bale it up and you could feed it to your cattle. Do they want to eat it? No. If they have something like this, green grass, they're gonna rather eat the green grass than the headed out grass like they have over here. So just trying to explain some of our reasoning, why we do things, why we don't do some things. Hey buddy. Taller grass that the cows aren't eating, nicer green grass that the cows have been eating because it was cut, and it's fresh grass. Why I'm wearing a sweatshirt? Well, this morning when I woke up, it was 58 degrees. So I decided it's way too cold to not have a sweatshirt. And I don't regret my decision because it's been a very cold day. We were gonna make hay today, but we decided it was too cold and wet. It has been nice working in this cold weather though, I must admit. Now that I've got that all spread, I'm gonna head back. I'm gonna run down and I'm gonna get the tedder from down at Travis's place. We plan to be cutting some hay tonight and tomorrow. Tonight at the main farm and then tomorrow out of my place. So be expecting some hay making videos. I didn't get to do a whole lot of first crop because people were complaining about how I was so far behind. And I decided that I need to cut some things out if I wanted to get caught up like people were asking of me. So I should have some hay videos coming here pretty soon. So thanks for watching this video, guys. Be sure to check out all of our other ones. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and be sure to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. All how farms work, and I'll see you next time. Come on, dude. Come on. Come on.